Apple called it performance management. Their official statement: "We've designed iOS updates to smooth out performance peaks in order to prevent unexpected shutdowns." Sounds technical, but here's what it meant in plain English. Apple slowed your phone down so it wouldn't shut off when the battery aged. They just forgot to mention one thing. They never told anyone. Millions felt betrayed. This wasn't a bug. It was a design choice, a secret one. And when journalists and regulators started digging, Apple's battery excuse started falling apart. France, Italy, South Korea all launched investigations. Consumer groups accused Apple of manipulating customers into buying new phones. The media called it planned obsolescence, a fancy way of saying, "We make your old stuff useless." Class action lawsuits started piling up in U.S. courts. In 2017 alone, Apple faced more than 60 separate lawsuits. The evidence in court documents, engineers admitted that software updates did intentionally throttle older models, like the iPhone 6, 6S, and SE, to protect batteries. But consumers argued if this was really about protection, why hide it? Apple had no clear answer. Then came the data. Benchmarks showed performance drops up to 50% after updates. The evidence was undeniable. The turning point in 2020, Apple decided to settle. They didn't admit wrongdoing, but they agreed to pay $500 million to end the lawsuits. Each iPhone user who joined the class action got about $25 per device. Not much, but it was symbolic. For the first time, Apple had been legally forced to face its own innovation strategy, and the damage wasn't just financial, it was reputational. Apple, the company that built its empire on user trust.
Isn't Apple known for slowing down older iPhones so people upgrade? No, well, it depends who you believe. Based off the research I've done, the most logical conclusion is as the battery deteriorates, Apple slowed down the phone so the battery wouldn't explode, like you're seeing with Samsung's. I see the point you're trying to make, but let's just compare scandals here. Apple slowing down older phones, or older Samsungs exploding?
Apple had been legally forced to face its own innovation strategy, and the damage wasn't just financial, it was reputational. Apple, the company that built its empire on user trust, was officially found guilty of betraying it. After the settlement, headlines exploded. Apple admits to slowing down iPhones. Apple fined for deceiving customers. France fined Apple another 25 million euros. Other countries followed. Even regulators in the UK and Italy began drafting new laws against planned obsolescence. Apple was forced to make a public apology, a rare move for the company. They offered discounted battery replacements and new features in iOS that showed users the health of their batteries. But the internet wasn't forgiving. Memes called it scam phone. Analysts said the scandal could have been avoided entirely if Apple had just been transparent. Their biggest mistake wasn't slowing phones, it was lying about it. So what did Apple really learn from its $500 million mistake? That trust is more valuable than innovation. Every iPhone update now includes detailed performance transparency, battery health tools, optional throttling toggles, and clear explanations. All of this came from one lawsuit that changed how Apple handles its devices forever. It's ironic. A company that sells speed and efficiency got punished for being too efficient at controlling performance. But beyond the memes and the money, there's a bigger lesson for every corporation. No matter how powerful you are, if you break consumer trust, the internet will find out. Apple walked away with billions still in the bank, but their spotless image? That cost them far more than $500 million.